everyone. It's me, Sabina. Welcome back to blog number 2. Thank you so much for joining in. Today I wanted to discuss a very popular topic, and that is going to be 5 mistakes that first-time buyers make. I know shopping for your first home is very stressful and you want to avoid as many mistakes as you can, but I'm sure there's going to be things, hiccups that will happen. But these are just the 5 things that I think are most important when you're buying your first home. So let's get started. First mistake is home shopping before you are pre-approved. Very popular mistake. Almost everyone does it. You go on Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, wherever you go, you look at houses and then you see there's an open house. You go look at houses during the open house. And then maybe you come across one home that you just go see by yourself at an open house. You totally fall in love. You think, this is the one. This is the one I want. And then you go find a realtor, find your lender that they might, recommend, or find a lender that and they go and, get the paperwork done, get you pre-approved, and you don't qualify. You did not get pre-approved for as high as you thought you would. Then your emotions just all clash down. And the reason why I say this is because when your emotions clash down, then you start considering, why did I even start looking into buying a home? And you start doubting yourself and you just don't want to do this process anymore. It takes the whole fun of it. So please do not look at homes. Do not go to open houses unless you've been pre-approved. You don't want to get your hopes up if you find the perfect one unless you are positively sure you will either be buying it cash or you will be pre-approved for that home. Don't go look at it, especially if you feel like you're really going to love it. You don't want your emotions going down. You don't want this process not being fun. Go get pre-approved. It shouldn't take too long. If you need a lender, I can refer you to someone. I know great lenders here in Sacramento, so let me know. But first mistake, do not go home shopping before you are pre-approved. Mistake number 2 is going to be assuming that you need 20% down in order to buy a home. That is not true. Okay, yes, you might have private mortgage insurance if you place less than 20% down, but you do not need 20% down to buy a home. This is why I recommend getting pre-approved before you home shop, because the lender can go over all of this with you, or your realtor can go over this with you. There's a lot of programs out there where you don't need any kind of down payment, or you only need 3.5% like an FHA loan, which we will be discussing more about these programs and types of loans on future videos. But for now, I'm here to tell you, you do not need 20% down, which actually leads me to my third mistake, is underestimating closing costs or fees of that come with buying a home that you have to have up front. So biggest mistake is that home buyers don't realize is, I have 3.5% to buy a home, or I have 15% to buy a home, I have the cash, I'm ready. And then they get to the part of putting an offer and looking at escrow fees, title fees, taxes, loan fees, appraisal costs, and they don't realize how much more it's going to cost on top of what you're putting down. So do not underestimate those closing costs, because you do have those inspections that I highly recommend you do. You want to go over those carefully, and those cost money. So there's a lot of costs that go into buying a home that don't include that down payment that a lot of people don't go over. And so you want to make sure you don't underestimate those costs. There is a solution to that for first-time buyers. I recommend it to some people, who have only the money for a down payment. You can ask for the seller to actually give you money towards closing costs. So you can ask them, let's say you put in a full price offer and you ask them to give you let's say $5,000 towards closing costs. So they will actually be getting $5,000 less, but you are giving them that full price offer. So it looks good in the beginning until they read the additional terms. So it's kind of a way for first-time buyers, if they don't have the cash on them, they can just add it onto their loan. So that's another option. You can ask, typically most programs you can ask up to 3% of the home price in towards credit costs. So it's an option that I definitely recommend for first-time buyers, especially if you really love the home, but you just are missing just a tad bit, in your funds to purchase that home. Consider doing closing costs and negotiating your terms of the contract. Do not think that nothing is negotiable, because everything is negotiable in real estate, okay? Any kind of terms and what the seller will be providing to you, whatever he'll be paying for, everything's negotiable, okay? So don't forget that part. Mistake number 4. This is actually a very big mistake that a lot of people make, especially these days, millennials. This is a very common mistake for them, is buying too much home, okay? Yes, you might get approved, let's say for $400, $450. Does that mean you should buy a home that, is up to that value? No, that does not mean that you should buy a home for that much money, okay? Everyone out there is looking for the perfect home. They're looking for the perfect kitchen, perfect bedroom, perfect closet space, perfect backyard. It is so hard to find the absolute perfect home. No matter how perfect it is, you will always move into the home and find things to change, find things to fix. That is something I can guarantee you. So don't have a mindset of, I want only this perfect home and then I'm willing to spend how much money I got pre-approved for. Because you will end up spending all this money for this perfect home, and then you move in and you're going to want to change something, but you're maxed out your budget. You will be stressed out, not as relaxed in this new home that you want to enjoy, paying a high mortgage, versus if you were to say purchase something $50,000 or $100,000 less that needs a little bit of fixing, that you can always call up people to fix, and you spend a little bit less, but you make it perfect. You're by yourself. I guarantee you will be much happier than having to, worry about making the monthly payment. You always want to have some money saved up in the back, just because, instead of, putting all of it into a down payment. So do not buy too much home, okay? Mistake number 5. This is a very big mistake I do not want you to make. Please go and find a realtor you love. You will be spending so much time with this person, looking at homes, communicating through text, email, phone calls. You're just going to be spending a ton of time with this person, and you want to find someone you will be compatible with, someone you like, not just someone that someone else referred to you. If someone else did refer you someone, sit down, meet with that person, see how you like him, see how you guys bond, and then decide. Don't feel rushed or obligated, because you want to find someone you love. Real estate is a stressful process to some, and buying your first home is definitely going to be stressful, but it should be a fun process. It should be a very fun process. It's very exciting. And so find someone who's going to make it fun for you. And I just highly recommend find someone you love. I can't say enough. Do your research. Anyway, so those are pretty much the 5 mistakes that I feel like first-time home buyers make, even sometimes second and third, but hopefully by then you have learned. So first, don't, go home shopping before you're pre-approved. 2, don't underestimate closing costs. 3, don't think you need 20% down to buy a home. 4, don't buy too much home. And 5, find a realtor that you absolutely love. Other than that, leave your comments below. Let me know if there's any topics you want me to discuss. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can always follow me on Instagram or Facebook. Have a great day, guys. Bye.